RV's gone wild.
2 RVs, 7 different cars crashed into each other.
An RV and a train.
There's our other Jack.
Plane hit the RV.
An airplane just crashed.
What the hell's going on?
Hey everyone, it's RV's Gone Wild number 32. Winter is coming, is it not?
Winter is coming.
Getting pretty cold up here. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you haven't subscribed already, I hope this video earns your subscription. And this poor guy got stuck between a rock and a hard place. He was heading down the freeway, and all of a sudden some trucks stopped in front of him on the road. I'm not sure why, but you know, there's different reasons it can happen. He tried to move over, but there was still a car in the lane. He tried to kind of thread the needle in between and didn't quite make it. Now he's okay, and his dog was okay, but his RV is not. Check it out.
What happens when a Jayco barely clips the side of that truck that made an emergency stop in front of me. I found she was under my covers, so she's okay. This is not good. So this is basically the whole side that got torn off.
Bruce C sent us this gorgeous heavy-duty truck along with their very, very large trailer. Clearly, this truck is not going to be challenged by this trailer, but nonetheless, it is a beautiful rig. Chris writes, holy smokes, them yellow straps, Joe. Maybe you forgot to check them twice, because it's clearly going somewhere. Yeah, that probably should be strapped down, or it looks sketchy as heck. Thanks, Chris. And Paul L, he sends us this European camper. He's got a few photos of his rig he's currently hauling around Europe. He's a Scania with 250 horses under the hood, an ox Welch fire truck with an automatic transmission. This was a conversion that was self-built. He's been living it for 6 months at a time, following some sunshine in southern France. Well, way to go. I wish I was driving an RV around southern France right now. Now, this RV, it collided apparently with a train. Now, unfortunately, we don't have video of the actual collision.
In San Patricio County, deputies and Texas DPS investigating a crash that happened between an RV and a train. Details still remain sketchy on just how the RV got stuck on the tracks.
But I did see this RV just sitting on the tracks, and I thought, you can't park there. Be extra careful around train tracks, everybody. All right, we got this Ford truck camper here. We've got Ray and Julie B and Henry the Hauler. They write that they enjoy the YouTube videos. They wanted to show us some pictures of their 1996 Ford F350 Club Cad with the 7.3 Power Stroke diesel two-wheel drive. Paints the original Calypso green and Oxford white. They take their recumbent tadpole trikes with them. And they live up in Maine, so they generally cover the whole eastern side. That's a whole part of the U.S. that I just have not RV'd. But I really love the truck. It's a beautiful Ford. I love that original color. And that's why I'm going to give this Ford truck the Tip of the Hat Gold Star Award for the coolest Ford of the day. Thanks a lot, Ray and Julie. Get through this winter and then have a great summer season of travel. I hope you get some more travel in soon. Hopefully all you trailer owners know out there that whenever you remove your wheels from your trailer for any reason and re-put them back on, you need to torque them repeatedly at like 10, 50, 100 miles, and generally do it 3 or 4 or 5 times and do it before every trip. And the reason why is cost of things like this. What happened when the wheel just popped off this trailer? Thank God no one was hurt, but this could have been awful. This could have killed someone. Make sure you're always checking your lug nuts and torque them down. If you're not sure how to torque your wheels, well, either Google it or comment below, and one of my viewers will explain it. We got another one from Ray here, the truck nerd. They found this listing for a 1941 Vagabond RV just north of Garden City, Idaho on Craigslist. They write how cool it is to look at RVs that were made such a long time ago. And whoever buys this hopefully preserves it. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put a link to this. We're going to call this a featured ad, and I'm going to throw it in the description so you can take a look at this ad if you want to head over to Idaho and pick this one up. And if you do, you got to let me know and send me pictures. And Ray also sent us some other pictures. Ray is a straight up RV hunter and one of the great contributors for this channel, so I really appreciate all the photos. Check him out. Thanks again, Ray. And it's not an RV, but it's yet another reminder to everybody to be careful with your loads. Make sure you've got them loaded evenly. Make sure that you've got your vehicle operating at a safe speed. When you're towing, it's just too easy to have an accident. So be careful out there, everyone. All right, I'm going to give a special shout out to Roman, who's one of the big fans of our channel. He's only 10 and he's already a RV lover. His family has a J Flight JTX by Jayco. It's 19 feet long. You know, when I was your age, I wanted to go RVing so bad. Grandparents got one, but I didn't get to go with them on any of the RV trips. So glad you get to have a travel trailer. I really am glad you enjoy the channel. So stick with it. Take care. Nancy and Tomo, they spotted this scary towing trailer. They were at Port Hope, Michigan for the sugar beet harvest and saw this scary rig pulling out. They were just glad he left before them so we didn't have to share the road. Yes, not everyone balances their rigs very well. Some people really overload them, don't use weight distribution. Be safe out there. Here we got a crazy one. Now, I know there's homeless people out there with some rough lives and have some rough rigs, but usually you don't see them actually driving when they look like this. This thing's actually driving down the road.
So, only in east side San Jose.
It was spotted in San Jose, California. I've actually camped right next to this raceway. I've watched people fly into the airport here at the San Dimas Airport, right next to the Pomona Raceway. And I've stayed at the KOA right next to the Pomona Raceway. So I really identify with these folks who have to deal with a plane crashing right into their RVs. I mean, what are the odds?
The airplane just crashed.
When it slammed into trucks and RVs on their way to breakfast at the fence at the races when they saw the aircraft crash. It took them not more than a minute or two to get to the pilot and 3 passengers.
I prepare for a lot of problems. I prepare for a lot of emergencies. But one thing I do not prepare for is a plane crashing into my RV. Looks like I'm gonna have to add that to the list now. Jeff in Wooster, Ohio, he watches us every week. He says, thanks for helping to keep the enjoyment of camping interesting. Oh, that's really nice of you to say. Yeah, I wish everyone knew how cool it was to get out there in an RV. Nothing like carrying your apartment wherever you go. He said these were shared by a friend of his. Thanks, Jeff. And Chris S., who always sends us some of the coolest rigs from the KOA at the Sam's Town in Las Vegas. He's one of the managers there. He sent us this, an off-road capable rig. Again, a lot of rigs in the desert Southwest end up in Vegas, and they all end up at Sam's Town. Thanks, Chris. Corey C has this 1977 Dodge Sport Coach 25-foot motorhome. He says he just found our channel tonight. He's getting in some binge watching. He's going to share his old Class A here. He says the Dodge chassis with the 440 draws a lot of attention everywhere they go. He pulls his dad's handmade trailer from 1973 that's got a 1991 Honda ST1100 on it. He's from Monroe, Utah. Shout out to Utah. Hope to get down there again next year. Mike's from Golden Valley, Arizona, and while he was in Vegas at the Walmart, he saw this Ford Excursion towing a 5th wheel. He writes, they hope they weren't towing on the highway. So do I. I don't know how people can get away with driving very far with this. I would think the very first cop that would see this would pull him over. Maybe some of the city cops just don't know the difference between different hitches, but come on, this is crazy. Mike and Jess are fans of the show, and they were lucky enough to see this dancing car Dolly. Check it out.
I've never seen a trailer dance like that.
They also found this beaut in Yucaipa, California yesterday while driving around on some back roads. Yeah, I'd watch the transmission temperature on that tow rig. I want to thank Billy M and all of the viewers who sent me information on who this crazy phantom trailer driver was, and I posted it in the last episode, number 31. Apparently this is Farm Truck and Asian is the name of the channel, and they do all kinds of crazy prank hot rods and things like that, and that's what this is basically, a prank trailer, right? They drive around and make it look like the trailer disconnected, and it takes off because it's really a dragster. I mean, this thing's actually gone on the drag strip. The coolest thing, of course, is how they drive it with, you know, monitors and cameras, because they don't really have the vision to see it. It's obviously a little dangerous to be driving on the road. Seem to handle it. In the description, I'll put a link to this in case you want to watch the whole video. But again, thanks to everybody, and I mean everybody who sent me. Apparently everyone knew where this was. I was the only one who didn't know where this trailer came from.
They sell a Blueprint 400 small block.
That's right.
Crate motor. You know, our normal engine builder is Mark Brown over at Advanced Engine Machine.
On to the next one. Now, fortunately, I've done this very thing. That's right. That's where you go off with too big of a bump and you rip off one of your stabilizer jacks. I know one of my fellow Ember owners, Dieter, used to do this all the time on his old trailer. That's why he got an Ember. But yep, if you got a trailer and you're going off-road, expect to replace those stabilizer jacks at some point. Ariel, he writes he's got a Ford Diesel 250 Power Stroke. He watches all of our shows from his hometown of Wenatchee, Washington. Thanks for watching our show. Appreciate you sending this in. I like that sort of classic covered wagon look to it. What's that strapped to the back door there? Let us know in the comments. Dave S here, he likes to RV and camp. Clearly, he's got a whole wild set of toys here. He's got his 2016 2500 Power Wagon, a 26-foot 2007 J-Flight, and then he's got his 12-foot 1974 tent trailer he's used for years. Seems like he knows how to rough it there with the tent in the back of his truck. Geez, you got just about everything covered there with those sets of rigs. Thanks, Dave. Dave R shared this with us. It's actually from some musician, Leon Russell, who's got this cover art, classic RV with a classic car. Not sure what the tow rating is on that fancy ride there, but thanks again, Dave. And unfortunately, this accident was a little serious, but how often do you see two RVs getting into an accident with each other?
2 RVs and 7 different cars crashed into each other. City of Miami Fire Rescue treating 11 patients involved. 5 of those were transported to the hospital. 1 actually sent to trauma. City of Miami police are still investigating the cause of this accident.
Okay, maybe it's like 7 other cars as well, but really it's so rare to see 2 RVs getting into an accident together. Here you go. And it's time for Turducken.
I'm cooking up a whole new kind of meal. It's called Turducken. It's real. You'll never eat another bird again.
You know what turducken is. Turducken's where you take a turkey and inside you cook a duck, and inside the duck you cook a chicken, and it tastes awesome, but it's kind of a weird way to tow. Let's look at some examples. Fritz P writes to us, this is his version of RV Turducken. It's a 1998 Dodge Cummins 4x4 with a 32-foot fleet neck Diamond C gooseneck trailer with an 8-foot Lance pickup camper, a 1998 Polaris Sportsman 500 towing a 10-foot mini jet boat on deck. He's going camping on the Kenai Peninsula for the weekend. He wants to do some wild Alaska river running. That is quite the setup. I think you got it all covered with that rig.
I remember we always change these words.
And then we've got this American beauty, this monster heavy-duty tow rig done up with Old Glory. Piggybacking on the back of that truck is some sort of 6x6 off-road side-by-side. If that's what he's got on the back, I can't imagine what he's got inside those trailers. I'm sure it's something cool. That's some quality, true blue American Patriot Turducken. John M., he saw this on the I-35 North in Kansas City, Missouri. He saw it just a couple of days ago. He thought we might like it. We certainly do. Thanks for sending it our way. This is becoming a more and more popular way to tow your side-by-side. Rather than towing it on the back, you put it up on top. I'm guessing if you got the gross vehicle weight rating for it, go for it. Nam and Denise wanted to share with us their rig. They're actually on their way south from Windsor, Ontario, fellow Canucks, and they're heading south for the winter. Yeah, it's no secret. A whole lot of us Canadians like to get down to the south parts of the United States for the winter. It's a little cold up here, like I said.
Winter is coming.
Josh B shared this turducken with us. As soon as I saw it, I knew where it was. That's right, it is Quartzsite, Arizona, boondocking capital of the world. And here we got this jalopy turducken. Looks like he didn't make it too far before Johnny Law pulled him over. Imagine you might have to disconnect one of those trailers to get out of there. I ran across this nice classic turducken with the big 4-door side-by-side of the back trailer. DC shares with us his creation. Looks like he's got a heavy-duty RV there. Side-by-side on the trailer, another car, got a couple of bikes, all on a flatbed trailer. Whole lot of wheels going on there with that turducken. Thanks for sending it our way. And then there's this turducken, which has got the sweet, like, 3-wheeler on the back. I'd love to get my wife one of those 3-wheelers, hit the road together. If you have any cool links, pictures, or cool videos of crazy RVs out there, or you want to show off your own, send it to me at RVingWithJoe@gmail.com. I look at them all. I can't use them all, but I try to use as many as I can, and I really appreciate all the submissions. Jim and Sly, they saw this at Mount Pisgah on the Blue Ridge Parkway a few years ago. It was towing his BMW. It's almost turducken, and it's definitely a weird one. Jordan and Cody, they right there, longtime viewers of the show. They want to share some photos of some rigs they've seen in town while delivering on their mail routes. They also wanted to share their old 1965 Shasta compact camper and their most recent camper. And while we're at it, some photos of their old camper van just for fun. A Chevy Express diesel 4-wheel drive with Dana 60s on the front and rear and with a 6-inch lift. They love the videos and they're looking forward to more adventures. I am too. Thanks for sending these our way. Holly shared with us this blast in the past. It's a 1954 Chevy with a teardrop. That's just pretty, isn't it? And Gene sends this in. Gene, I love it when people send me in these Tesla towings. It just triggers everyone out there rolling coal and driving their big trucks.
Get those nerds! Nerd! Nerd!
It makes me crack up. He's got this 22-foot Sonic trailer in Salt Lake City. He towed it to Phoenix with his Model Y Tesla. He had to stop and charge it every 75 miles. Well, keep on charging there, and hey, just carry a generator with you, right? You can always just charge off of that. When I first saw this video, I thought, oh, we know where this is going. This truck is going to cream right into this Class A. But nope, this trucker gets like the hero award, man. Look at this. This guy was able to stop going that fast and able to avert hitting this Class A. Clearly, the person driving this Class A needed to look a little closer before they go and pull out into the traffic like this. I'm just glad everyone was safe, was able to pull away. Hey, thanks for tuning in to another episode. I've got some other videos out there. If you want to see some of my camping videos, check out some of these links over here on the left, or down below is the RV's Gone Wild playlist, so you can go back and look at some of the other episodes in case you missed them. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Okay, I guess that's it. Let's see if I recorded it.
And winter is coming.